Hey guys, and welcome back to Mad About Skin. In today's video, we are talking Krave Beauty, a brand which you guys have been begging and requesting a review for pretty much since I started this channel. The reason I've held off until now is because Krave didn't ship internationally. They'd shipped to the US market and that was pretty much it. Well, all that has changed and recently they've gone global. You can now get them here in the UK amongst some other territories, which is why I thought now was a fantastic time to sit down and do a full review of this brand. I've got an awful lot to say and I'm going to break each product down and work out whether I think it's a ding 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 instant holy grail or a wah 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 total fail. So sit back, relax, and let's talk all things Krave Beauty. Now, before we delve into this, and actually there's only 4 products to review in this line, so I am going to be able to go into a little bit more detail with each product, which hopefully you guys will enjoy. But before we do all of that, I do want to issue a huge disclaimer. Krave Beauty is founded by Liah Yoo, who's a content creator here on YouTube. Why I always say these influencer-led brands, that I'm not here to bash anyone. I'm not here to discredit anyone's hard work. You know, you can see throughout all of this brand that there's definitely been effort, thought, and time commitment put into creating these products for us. And whilst I'm going to be sharing my honest feedback and opinions, some of which is positive and some of which is less than positive, none of this is meant as a slight on Liah herself, who obviously has committed an awful lot to creating this brand. So with all that said, shall we cut the waffle and delve into Krave Beauty? I always like to start these reviews with a little bit of an overview of the brand itself. So Krave Beauty was created around 5 years ago, but like I said, it's only recent that you've been able to get it internationally. I think they shipped to Korea and to the US, but without that, we haven't seen much global expansion since then. That was until now, and now here in the UK, you can get your hands on all of the Krave products on Stylevanna, which is a site that I've shopped on quite regularly in the past and have never had any issues with. So I'll leave some links below to where you can access these products wherever you are in the world, so definitely check that out. On Stylevanna, I do have a code unrelated to this brand, but I just have a code for the website if you did want to get yourself 10% off, which I'll leave a link to up there. It's only 10%, but you know what? Who doesn't like to save a little bit of coin? In terms of the brand itself, they're entirely vegan and cruelty-free, which is fantastic. I love shopping cruelty-free skincare. And if you are living a plant-based lifestyle, then having a vegan brand is just another great tick in the box for me. In terms of what they offer, they have just 4 core products. They haven't actually expanded the line at all since they launched, which I think is odd because normally you see a launch of a certain number of products and then slowly additional products are added. Now, I'm not going to read any brand to filth for doing that because I always think it's better to have a small number of really good products than it is to have a plethora of mediocre or bad products. So there's no shade meant to there, but it is a limited collection and I do think you'd struggle to be able to piece together a full skincare routine just shopping at Krave. The price point is a little bit up there and I'm going to come on to that as we review the products individually because sometimes it's worth paying a little more to get a little more, but you do need to factor in that higher price point when we talk about the Krave brand. In terms of their sustainability, this is something I always look into because I know you guys are passionate about sustainability. They have a really good statement on their website with actually some concrete commitments. They give you an option at checkout to neutralize your carbon footprint. So if you want to offset the carbon generated by shipping the products to you, you can do that for a small fee, which is nice. It gives the consumer the option to do that. They also commit to donating 1% of their gross sales, not profit, gross sales to charity, particularly environmental charities, which is good. I like to see that 1%. I like to see the percentage actually quoted because a lot of brands just say, we will give to charity. I'm like, come on, give us the figures. What are you committing to at the start of the year so we know what we're buying into? And I like that from Krave. I'm not going to make a comment on the 1% one way or the other. You guys can make a judgment on that, but I think it's nice to see that level of transparency. And also, all of the packaging that they do is generally recyclable. Obviously, that will depend where in the world you live and local facilities and all that, but you can see they've definitely done their best to limit the impact of the product packaging itself. Now, with all that out of the way, should we sit down and actually talk some products? And I always like to start in the spirit of positivity with my absolute favorite products from the brand. And hands down, no questions asked, this goes to the Great Barrier Relief Serum. Now, I know so many of you guys have this as your holy grail too. It's a really nice barrier supporting, moisturizing, calming, soothing serum. These were quite rare. When it launched, you didn't see a lot of calming barrier support serums on the market. So this was really innovative when it launched. Since its launch, there's been a plethora of new brands and products introducing barrier support, calming and soothing serums to the market, which I think is great to see. I've always said, you know, glowing skin is only achieved by treating your skin with respect, nourishing it, giving it what it needs. And I think having a calming and soothing serum step in your routine is absolute must, whatever your skin type is. I have super oily and acne prone skin, and I found that this product didn't break me out. It gave a nice level of hydration, just dialed everything up in the skin. On my skin type, I personally use this in the evening because I think it's a little bit thick for day wear. If you've got oily skin, it can feel a bit like you're wearing a mask. But as an evening treatment, so you wake up with that gorgeous soft skin, I think this is a really nice product. Formulated with 10% tamanu oil, which is one of my favorite facial oils. It calms, it soothes, it hydrates you to the gods, all fantastic. It's got ceramides in here, which are barrier supporting. It's got niacinamide in a lower concentration to calm and soothe. Urea, which is one of my favorite, like underrated skincare ingredients, which can really help to calm any irritation that you have. Hydrate you is just a really beautiful ingredient to include. All told, I think this is a really, really nice product. There's so many ingredients in here. I found most of them, in fact, all of the ingredients to be beneficial in some way. If you look in here, there's no filler. There's no ingredients that you think, why is that actually in here? And this is why I think, despite the slightly higher price point that you get for this product, it is definitely one worth checking out. When we come to the price point itself, here in the UK, with some of the import fees and some of the additional shipping, the price point in the UK is much higher than what it is in the US. So you do need to bear that in mind. Check the links below for the exact price point where you are in the world. I'm not quoting the prices as we go through today because it's just so wildly different from territory to territory. I kind of think it's best to just click on the link and see the exact price where you are. But I do really, really like this product, and I'd say it's almost on a par with the Stratia Liquid Gold. If you've ever tried that product, very similar, ceramide based, nourishing, barrier supporting. So I'd say it's kind of similar to that. They have a similar price point, and if I'm honest, I think they're interchangeable. It just depends on your preference for the brand. But definitely, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. A little bit cheaper on the price would be welcome, but everything else, flawless. Now, let's segue seamlessly on to the other end of the skincare routine, which is the cleansing step. So they have their Matcha Hemp cleanser. I'm really surprised that they just have one cleanser. Normally, having been established for quite a few years, you'd see brands have a balm cleanser alongside a gel cleanser. With Krave, they just have the one, which is their gel cleanser. This is designed to be packed full of antioxidants to nourish and protect the skin, alongside some really nice oils to add in hydration rather than taking it out, which you can often see with gel cleansers. I tried this and I was super hyped because so many of you guys said, honestly, groundbreaking, totally different. And in keeping with the barrier support cream I just referenced, I think when it launched, it genuinely was groundbreaking to find a really nourishing gel cleanser with antioxidants. Now you can actually find so many on the market. Still, just because something isn't unique anymore, it doesn't mean it isn't fantastic. And I really do like the formulation that's gone into this and the blend of oils alongside the surfactants that are gentle and won't strip and dry the skin. And I find you get a really effective cleanse with this. Along with all gel cleansers, it's not going to do it all. If you're wearing waterproof makeup or multiple layers of stubborn SPF, you're going to need to do a double cleanse and use this as step 2 in that double cleanse, which is why I think it's a shame the brand don't have a balm cleanser to kind of go alongside it. My main issue with this, I love the product, but my main issue again comes down to that price point. So in the US, this is $16. It's much higher in the UK, as I referenced earlier, but in the US, it's $16. That's up there for a cleanser, but it's not super break the bank price point. However, when you look at the quantity that you're getting, you get 120 ml when the standard size for a cleanser is 150 ml. So this is kind of, in my mind, a little bit of marketing trickery where you think actually $16, not that bad, but you're actually getting the best part of 25% less product than you would normally get with a standard size cleanser. So you need to factor that in because it probably evens out at about a $20 cleanser if you're using like for like, which I think is pretty up there in terms of the price point. There are lots of other really hydrating gel cleansers now on the market. You guys know I love the Geek and Gorgeous Jelly Joker cleanser, the Haru Black Rice cleanser, stunning. I absolutely love that one. This is really similar to some of the other drugstore ones that are now on the market. I give them credit for really innovating on this and coming out with something that was so good early out of the doors, and honestly, I would definitely still recommend this. I just think you have to be mindful of the quantity that you're getting and the price point you're paying, particularly here in the UK where it is a little bit up there and definitely in the mid-market luxury section if you look at that price point. But for me, I think it's a really nice cleanser and I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. Really good product, but the price point, now that there's some other dupes available, I think, is the sticking point for me with this product. Now, there's 2 other products in the collection. I'd say that those were the standout ones that are definitely worth purchasing if you want to dip your toe into Krave. I'd say that the cleanser and the Great Barrier Relief Cream are where it's at. They have 2 other products which are good, but I'm a little bit loath to recommend them for a couple of reasons that I'm going to come on to now in the video. So first of all, we've got the Oh So Simple Water Cream. Now, first of all, if you live here in the UK, you'll probably remember there is a brand brand. I think it's like an instant like oatmeal mix thing called Oat So Simple. So I'm surprised they got away with this name. But anyway, this is a porridge. This is definitely skincare. And this claims to be a really super lightweight yet hydrating oat-based moisturizer. This honestly had my name all over it. You know, I love oat in my skincare. It's literally game-changing. It calms, it soothes, hydrates. I cannot get enough of oat in my skincare, and so this was really screaming at me. I also have super oily, acne-prone skin, like I said earlier, so having something that's lightweight, not going to clog the skin or leave you feeling like you're wearing a mask all day long, definitely appealed. So I use this product. Really, really nice. It glides onto the skin. It feels soft. It feels velvety. It's definitely a mid-level of hydration. I don't think this would be enough for the super dry skin out there, but it never claims to be. They definitely pitch it towards the combination and oily skin market, and that really, really nice. The oat definitely calms. It definitely soothes. You can keep this in the fridge if you want the added cooling in those summer months. Honestly, a really, really nice product. The reason I don't reach for this and didn't repurchase after the first tub that I maybe bought like a year ago is because there's just so many other options available on the market for a fraction of the cost. This is actually one of the most expensive products from Krave, which is kind of baffling because the ingredients in here are great, but none of them are break the bank expensive to formulate with, which is why I'm surprised that this is one of the more expensive, when I would expect sort of the exfoliating acid, the barrier relief cream, to be the ones that are really an investment in the pricier products. This shouldn't be that expensive. I also found that in terms of the results that you get from it, you can get exactly the like-for-like results from this, which is the Stress Less Serum by Geek and Gorgeous. Now, that's a cream, this is a serum. However, same oatmeal base in terms of the ingredients, and I find I get the same level of hydration from this, using it as a moisturizer at the end of my routine rather than as a serum, which is what it's badged as I did from the Oat So Simple water cream. And this is like half the price. And this is where it really comes down to that price point. I never object to paying more to get more, which is why I think that Great Barrier Relief Cream is worth the money. But for this, I think you're paying a lot, and I don't think you're getting more than what's already available on the market. So if you love the product, sound off in the comments section below. I'd love to hear from you. But for me, there were just some more inexpensive dupes available, which I'm reaching for day in, day out, because honestly, I still love my oat. Now, finally, we come on to the Kahlua Exfoliator. I like the name here because it's got kale, it's got the AHA, so it all pieces together. Very clever naming, and I do love the marketing. I love the packaging. It's in a glass bottle, so it shows off the beautiful colour of this product. And honestly, it's just so appealing. You get quite a lot of product for the price point here, which is good because, again, I said with the cleanser, you didn't get a lot of product for the price point. This is like the opposite here. So I like the size, I like the packaging, and I think the formulation is really, really good. This uses glycolic acid alongside some really nice calming and soothing ingredients. The base of it is aloe vera instead of water, which is quite rare. You don't often see aloe vera used in place of traditional waters, which actually I think is a great benefit because it'll hydrate the skin, it'll calm, it'll soothe. So the formulation here is definitely something you don't see every single day on the market, and I'm living for that. In terms of the price point, I actually think this one is reasonable. Like, it's a little bit up there in the price point, but again, I think the formulation justifies the higher price, so I have no problem with that at all. This is definitely marketed for people with very sensitive skin or beginners to acid exfoliation. I don't think, having used one bottle of this, it did a whole lot for my skin because I've been using 10% lactic acids for years, and so really I think this was taking a step down from what I'm used to. So definitely make sure that if you have sensitive skin or beginner skincare, this could be fantastic for you. For everyone else, I think you have to compare it to the exfoliator that you're already using, because you always need to do that with skincare. You obviously don't want to be taking a step back because you'll be disappointed with the results, but that's not the fault of the product. It's just about matching the strength to what you actually need in your day-to-day skincare routine. So there you have it, guys, a rundown of the Krave Beauty skincare line. Just 4 products, but hopefully you can see actually a lot of thought gone into them. Whilst I'm a little bit dubious about the higher price point on some of the products, I think the formulation is justifying that higher price point, particularly in the exfoliator and the Great Barrier Relief Serum. So definitely don't be put off with the higher price point. You just have to make sure that you're getting additional value for the higher price point that you're paying. In terms of Krave, I do wish that they bring out some new products. I'm always living to see new innovative products on the market, and I think when all of the Krave products were launched, they were definitely innovative. So I definitely think the Krave team have innovation in them, and I'm really looking forward to what they next bring out. It's great that they're now international. It's a shame that here in the UK we do have to pay a little bit more for the products, so you do need to bear that in mind, which is why I've linked all of them below if you want to check that price point out. But still, I think I am going to invest in another bottle of the Great Barrier Relief Krave Serum because I really loved that. And I definitely would recommend people check out the glycolic acid exfoliator if you're looking for a super gentle segue into acid exfoliation. So wherever you are in the world, guys, stay safe, stay well, I love your skin. Take care. Bye.